Now, certainly, we've talked about some of the big areas. The various administrative agencies. Um, the the FTC, the various acts, equal credit opportunity, fair credit reporting, truth in lending. We even talked a little bit about bankruptcy. But there's a lot more stuff out there for consumers that will help protect them. Fair Credit Billing Act, and this limits liability of $50 or more on lost or stolen credit cards. I've had credit cards stolen before or misplaced, and when that happens, believe it or not, the credit cards that I use, I have no liability for that. They just take it and say the heck with it. Part of it is because I've been a wonderful customer, but also it's good business. If you're a credit card company and you're making bazillions of dollars every day on interest rates, it doesn't hurt to lose $100 here and there. And again, that builds up consumer confidence and thus makes you more money in the long run. Same thing with ATM cards. Consumer Product Safety Act protects consumers against unreasonable risk of harm from consumer products. Products liability, if you go and take a torts class, is a very interesting area of law and some funny cases. But these things are out there to protect consumers. Because again, who's more important, the consumer or the company? Believe it or not, the consumer is more important. The company wants to avoid liability by keeping the consumer safe. Because if one consumer gets hurt, the media picks it up like that, and then your business has gone to hell in a handbasket. There's various other acts out here. One of these that I thought was very funny is the various labeling laws. And I'm sure some of y'all have seen, like on the food packets, the nutritional guides and whatnot. That's a law, y'all. And again, it's developed over time. Consumer privacy and property. Certainly privacy is a hot button issue these days. But this also goes back to, business and whatnot. Back in 1974, restricts how certain info gained by the feds can be used and to whom it can be dispersed. 78, government agencies seeking depositor record must notify the depositors. Alright? You can't just go and get your stuff, but it makes you wonder, is Big Brother watching? Electronic Communications Privacy Act targets government agencies seeking information. Children's Online Privacy Act prohibits collection of online data regarding children under 13 without the parental's consent. And then, cookies. Not what Cookie Monster eat, but cookies on your computer. The European Union put a ban without the consent. The question is, will the USA follow? So what you're seeing, folks, is laws evolve over time depending on what happens, and it's very important that we protect our consumers. And that's why there's all these different rules and regulations out there. They're there to protect us, the consumer. But as future business persons, you need to think about that from a business perspective. You want to create a high quality product that will be safe for your consumers, not only to avoid liability, but also to avoid potential negative consequences and bad publicity associated with bad products. So keep that stuff in mind as you're going into the business world, and also keep that in mind when you are working in the real world.